What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Hope everyone had a great Saturday. You guys already know what time it is, baby. Time for some live week 6 fantasy Q&A. We got a lot to get into. We got some injury updates. We've got some things that are going to affect a lot of your fantasy rosters out there. So hop in the live chat, man. Let me know what's popping. Let me know what you guys need here in week 6. Starts, sits, adds, drops. Is there someone out there you need last minute on the waivers? What do you need to adjust, right? Roster confidence, roster non-confidence. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to talk some fantasy football. It's Saturday night. You know what? We always have a good time on our Saturday night late stream. So hop in the live chat. Like I said, man, let me know what's popping. Let me know how everyone is doing. Hit that like button on the way in. Of course, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Let's talk some fantasy football, man. Let's talk some NFL. We are less than 24 hours away from week 6 kickoff. So let's get it going, baby. Let's have a good time tonight. All right, so like I said, let's hop into, we got 1 or 2 updates today. We got more updates yesterday, right, that we harped on pretty quickly, but big news for the day, right? Nyheim Hines is out, the concussion tomorrow. Jonathan Taylor is out tomorrow, both against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jonathan Taylor with an ankle injury, right? So we knew both were questionable all week. They are now both officially out. So it's pretty big, right? Listen, I know that there are rosters out there who are at the moment holding on to Deion Jackson. Do I love him this week against Jacksonville? I don't hate him. I don't know if I love him. He had 13.1 points against Denver last week, and Denver's a great run unit. You know, Jacksonville's not awful, not great. 62 yards on the ground for Jackson. 29 receiving yards, 4 targets, 4 receptions. So I don't think he's that bad of a play. But, we found out yesterday Cam Akers not going to play this week, right? I think Darrell Henderson's a smash play against the Panthers, who are the 7th worst team in the league against opposing running backs, right? It's not that I'm against Deion Jackson, but I still think he might have better options. But yeah, if Jackson's hanging around and you need a running back this week, there are bye weeks, there are injuries popping up this week, he's a solid play if you need a flex option or you really need the move at RB2, right? So Jackson is an option at running back with Nyheim Hines and JT out against the Jaguars. But I do think this kind of upgrades the Jaguars' defense for the week as well if you're playing them against the Colts, right? I mean, they still got Alec Pierce, still got Michael Pittman. We'll see what happens. But Jacksonville played very well against the Colts last time they matched up. So we'll see what happens. But JT's out. Big loss for Jonathan Taylor owners who are crossing their fingers he could suit up this weekend. All right, Keenan Allen doubts he will play. He's targeting a Week 7 return. So what does this mean, right? It is a good sign, theoretically, for Mike Williams. But, guys, I've said this all week. I actually like Mike Williams more if Keenan Allen suits up this week because the Denver Broncos are one of the best units defensively against opposing wide receivers. So Mike Williams is your wide receiver 9 on the season, PPR. It's a tough matchup. It really is. But the target share should be there. Pat Surtain, guys, Pat Surtain is for real. He's one of the best corners in the league. I'm tired of people not putting him in that conversation. I get that he's still young. Still a lot to prove, but he's a beast. He's a great corner. And like I said, the Broncos have played great against opposing receivers on the season. So it's a tough matchup for the Chargers offensively as a whole. It's a tough matchup for Mike Williams. But are you going to bench Mike Williams? It depends on who else you have. But there are going to be fantasy rosters who roll with Mike Williams going into the week just because he's still your best option. So we'll talk more about that. That's kind of more roster specific. But Keenan Allen out for Week 7. Well, at least I'm going to assume he's out. He's saying he's doubting he's going to play. He wants to return it for Week 7. So we'll see what happens there. Kyle Pitts is expected to play versus the San Francisco 49ers if you would like to start Kyle Pitts this week. Am I confident in Kyle Pitts? Not really. Carson Wentz suffered a fractured finger in his throwing hand in the team's win over the Bears. So he's going to see a hand specialist to determine his next step. We'll see what happens there. Looks like Skylar Thompson is playing. I mean, we talked about this all week, but yeah, Skylar Thompson will be your starting quarterback for the Dolphins tomorrow. So That's about it. You know, the big thing is Jonathan Taylor's out, which we knew there was a good chance of, but we know for sure. And then you've got the dynamic with the Chargers. Really, the big thing is JT, right? And I guess maybe Christian McCaffrey would be traded, but we talked about that already throughout the week. So, big one is Jonathan Taylor before we get into the stream. All right, I'm going to hop in the live chat. What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for being here tonight, man. Thank you guys for spending part of your Saturday here at the channel. Let's talk some fantasy football, baby. Let's have a good time. Hit that like button for me if you guys haven't done so already. Let's try and get as many likes on the stream as possible. All right, Jags or Chargers defense this week. What's up, Q Official? Jaguars for me, man. I don't trust the Chargers. I really don't. It's not. Yeah, Russell Wilson played bad last week, man. And the Colts defense had a good week last week. They did. So I get where the logic is there, but I don't like the Chargers from a fantasy perspective. 15 points in week 1, 9 in week 4 against Houston. Outside of that, 1 or less points, including -4 points in week 3 versus Jacksonville. Their defense 31. They're the second worst defense in fantasy football right now. So I just don't trust them. Yeah, the Colts put up 16 last week on Denver. Their defense 26. They're only 5 spots ahead. Like don't get me wrong, it's not. There's still logic there, but the Jags are defense 6, and they get the Colts without Jonathan Taylor. The last time they played the Colts, they had 22 fantasy points. I don't necessarily see that happening, but I still think they're the better play. Ricky in the house, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? Big fan, love the live streams. We love having you here, man. What's up, Mario? Pray, what's good, bro? JT been such a letdown. I do think when he comes back, man, I still have faith in JT. I'm not out on JT quite yet. Lockett, number 9 wide receiver on the year. Well, it depends where you're checking. It depends. You know, I just go through sleeper, right? It depends on scoring format too. I just go by sleepers like standard PPR rankings, but it can vary from, and sometimes technically players could be tied. It just depends on where you're looking, Pray. But for me, I've got what I go through. Lockett's coming in as wide receiver 8, so very close. Ricky, I have Higgins, St. Brown, Cooks out this week. Jeez. Playing Alec Pierce and Thielen. I actually think Pierce and Thielen are pretty good starts on the week, especially if it's full PPR. Is Higgins officially out? Is Higgins? He's still questionable, but yeah, I mean it's not looking great, right? Not looking great there. Chase Brown, what's up, baby? What's up, man? Mr. Matt J. Kim, what's up, bro? Full PPR, Waddle or Doobie? I mean, guys, I'm kind of worried about Waddle this week. I really am. I've been worried about Waddle all week, and I still stand by it. And we know now, like, Skylar Thompson is your starting quarterback. It looks like Waddle is off of the injury report. He has practiced throughout the week. Had a full practice throughout the whole week, actually. Yeah, so the groin injury not bothering him at the moment. I just don't know. I'm still not personally confident in Jalen Waddle. Remo Dubs came back to earth last week at 5.9 points. You can still go Waddle. I think Dubs is a safer play. You can still go Waddle, though. Is Devin Duvernay and Rondale Moore a good flex play tomorrow? Yeah, they're both good flex plays for sure. I mean, Duvernay is going to be your wide receiver 1 for the Ravens, of course. So I like Duvernay tomorrow. And it's a pretty good matchup against the Giants, realistically, right? I do like Rondale Moore because I love this game script overall for the Seahawks. Absolutely. I mean, Seahawks and Cardinals, right? I think it's going to be a great matchup overall. So I do like Rondale Moore tomorrow. I really like, man, I'm hammering this Cardinals-Seahawks game. I just see points going up here, right? We're going to get Eno Benjamin at the running back position. I think he's a great start. Going up against that Seahawks defense, who've been awful against opposing running backs. I love Rondale Moore. I love Hollywood Brown tomorrow. I love Zach Ertz. He's got a beautiful matchup. The Hawks have played awful against opposing tight ends. Kyler Murray's going to have a big day tomorrow too, man. He's going to have one of his better stat lines of the year. But on the other hand, I like Geno Smith and company. I like the Seahawks team, man. Geno Smith, your QB7. Let's go. He's a good start this week, guys. He is. I think Kenneth Walker's a good start. And I think Lockett and Metcalf are really good starts. If you need to get crazy, at tight end, I think Will Dissly's a pretty decent start, too. But if he doesn't score, you're going to be really sad. All right, let's see here. So the target share is probably better for Duvernay, but I think the matchup's better for Rondale Moore. I have Higbee and Zach Ertz. Should I trade Zach Ertz and Aaron Rodgers for Brady? You can. You can. I mean, let's see on the season. I know Brady's starting to turn up with his receivers coming back, but Brady's QB 13. On the other hand, Aaron Rodgers is going to come in as QB 19. So there's 6 spots apart. Brady has the better schedule coming up, so. And theoretically, Ertz could start to lose targets to Hopkins. So, yeah, if you want to upgrade a quarterback, I think it's fine since you have Higbee. Do you think Mixon and Sutton are going to do good this week? Yeah, I don't mind either starts there. Both have been consistent on the season. Not crazy high ceilings involved for Mixon and or Sutton, but, you know, Mixon's coming in as your RB15 PPR. Outside of week 3, he's given you double-digit fantasy performances every week outside of week 3 against the Jets. So I do like Mixon. I continue to like Mixon on a weekly basis, but the ceilings haven't been as good as what we saw last year. But still, when you look at the pace he started on last year, he's not that far off. But really, like mid-season, you know, week 6 through 12 last year, and then kind of he ended week 16 and 17 with some really good stat lines. So I still believe in Mixon. Don't get me wrong. Then Sutton's just been extremely consistent. I mean, I will say the Colts have played well against opposing receivers, but I don't think you can really bench Sutton. He's your wide receiver 12 right now in full PPR scoring formats, double digits every game of the season so far. So I continue to like Sutton. I really do. I think you got it. And I said the Colts. He's playing the Chargers. Sorry. Played the Colts last week. I just can't get that beautiful matchup, that beautiful game outside of my head. But yeah, I like Sutton on a weekly basis until we see a pattern come that makes us not confident, but I'm confident in him. Who do I start, CD or Sutton? I'm scared at the matchup. Yeah, I go Sutton. If you're scared of CD's matchup, I go Sutton. I don't think you have to bench CD, but if you're going by matchup, Sutton's got the better matchup. I gotta play 2 of the 3. Which ones? Jacoby Myers, Jeff Wilson, Adam Thielen. Well, my first question would be, is it full PPR? If it is, I do like Jacoby Myers this week. I think he's a solid start. He's still listed as questionable, right? Dealing with a knee injury. So we haven't got an update there. We're going to have to monitor Jacoby Myers going into tomorrow. But if it is full PPR, I like Myers. And I go Jeff Wilson. Yeah. I go Jacoby Myers and Jeff Wilson. I don't think Adam Thielen's a bad play this week, though. I actually kind of like Adam Thielen this week. So I would plan on Myers and Wilson. But if Myers doesn't play, you can go Adam Thielen for sure. So a down week last week for Adam Thielen, but he was starting it back on pace. 18.1 points in week 3, 15.2 in week 4. Week 5 came back to earth against Chicago at 6.7. But I like him this week against Miami. I like that matchup too. I think that maybe not for Miami, but for the Vikings, I like this matchup. So Myers, if healthy, with Jeff Wilson. If not, Wilson and Thielen. Sorry. Chase and Jacobs for Najee and JJ. Ooh, which side looks better? I'd probably go Chase and Jacobs. I mean, I'd rather have JJ than Chase. Don't get me wrong. I still believe in Chase on the season, but I'd rather have JJ than Chase. But I'd much rather have Jacobs than Najee. I would. Man, is there any hope for Najee owners? Can Najee get back to some of those ceilings we saw last year? I own Najee in the catch fam league, so maybe I'm talking for myself. But yeah, I would still go Chase and Jacobs. But it depends, right? If the Najee side has good running back depth, has a solid RB1, has a solid RB2, has 1, maybe 2 options on the bench, that even if one of them's like a handcuff, right? Then I think the JJ and Najee side is fine, but it just depends on the roster here, so. But overall, no context, Chase and Jacobs. Spoke to Cat. What's up, bro? Watching the Padres game, hoping for that W. Take us to the next stage. Let's go, let's go. Love to have you in the house. What's up, bro? Little Bunny Hop. What's up, Bunny Hop? All I get is a hi. What's up, man? I miss you. How are you, bro? How's your rosters looking this weekend? How are you doing? What's your confidence level at, bro? It's great to have you in the house. Best dogs in the house. What's up, man? Who do we start? Gabe Davis or Mike Williams? 5-0, but still want to win. Yeah, I have a league where I'm 5-0, and I own both those receivers as well. I own Gabe Davis, Mike Williams, Chris Godwin, and Metcalf. And part of me is considering benching Mike Williams and rolling with Metcalf, Gabe Davis, and Chris Godwin. Right now, I have Williams in over Metcalf, but I'm just a little worried about Mike Williams this week. I do think Mike Williams gives you a pretty safe floor because the target share should be there. Like, if he doesn't catch a touchdown, then, like, I don't know. I don't know if I see a high ceiling for Mike Williams this week. I think Gabe Davis could have a really good game. Not as good as last week, but still a really good game. I mean, Denver's literally the second best team in the league against opposing receivers. Kansas City, on the other hand, is the 25th. So they are far back, right? So I safe, good enough floor. Go Mike Williams. The upsides with Gabe Davis, though. So if you're 5-0, I probably just roll with the upside, man. Caleb, what's good, bro? What up, what up? Great to have you in the house. What's up, man? I have Njoku and Pitts. What should I do this week? Don't have any droppable players. Pitts is in my IR. I roll with Njoku, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I like Njoku this week. And, you know, I do want to check because if I remember correctly, I might be wrong on this. I might be thinking of last. Yeah, I'm thinking of last week. The Bucs hadn't played well against the tight end position, so if Pitts had been healthy, I would have liked him. But yeah, San Francisco's the third best team in the league against opposing tight ends anyways. I just roll with Njoku, man. I think he's a good start this week. I'll go Njoku. Now we don't have to drop anyone. Richie Rich, Bucks or Eagles defense? I go Bucks, man. I'm going with the Bucks against Kenny Pickett and company. No offense, Kenny. I'm rooting for you, my guy. But I go for. I mean, what, Pickett had 3 picks last week, or was that the week before? Kenny, what we do? Okay, whoa. 1 pick last week. 3 picks against the Jets and a fumble. So last 2 weeks, that's 5. Well, he didn't lose the fumble, but 4 interceptions and 1 fumble, 5 total turnovers. One of them wasn't a turnover. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll go with the Bucks for sure, man. I'll go with the Bucks. I mean, like Cooper Rush and company, they've been doing okay, not turning the football over. So I'll go with the Bucks. Eagles are still okay, but I'll go with the Bucks. So I keep Hendo and Akers for the unknown. Was able to pick up Hendo. You keep Hendo for sure, Smokey. I mean, if you want to get saucy, bro, is that the team where you've been kind of struggling at running back? If it is, then like I'm not completely against keeping Akers, but yeah, the unknown could get interesting. Like who's really a team right now that just, if they trade for Akers, unless we see like a trade that sends a running back away, like who's a team that if Akers goes to them, he's going to start right away and have a fantasy impact? I don't know, unless the Panthers and Rams, who play each other this weekend, are really doing a trade and Christian McCaffrey goes to the Rams, which would really complicate things, and Henderson owners would be really sad. But I don't know, man. Unless he goes to like the Falcons, right? I mean, I think Algier's capable. Patterson will be back in 2 more weeks after tomorrow. I mean, like the Ravens always, but there's still 17 other running backs. I'm just flipping through here, like maybe the Dolphins. I mean, Edmonds and Mostert are there. Like, it's still gonna be committee. Man, imagine him going to the Seahawks. Cam Akers would be a perfect fit in Seattle. Like, not trying to jinx Kenneth Walker owners, but just add another injury-prone running back to that squad. Maybe the Broncos makes sense, but I mean, I've heard more about CMC potential destinations. This is all speculation than I have Akers. So yeah, if you want to keep him for the unknown, sure. But yeah, roll with Hendo for now. Jesse, what's up, bro? Hope you're having a good night. Right back at you, man. Ready for tomorrow? Let's get it. Dubs or Isaiah McKenzie? I'd probably go Isaiah McKenzie. I like McKenzie this week, right? He's healthy. He was out last week, right? Yeah, he's good to go. I do like Isaiah McKenzie this week. It's a good game script for him. I don't see a crazy high ceiling there, but I think it's a safe play. Guys, I'm not out on Romeo Dubs, but I just don't know exactly what to expect, right? I mean, the 20-point performance in week 3, 13 in week 4, then 5.9 against the Giants. So he's targeted 5 times. The last 2 games he's been targeted 8 times. So Randall Cobb starting to be a little bit of a factor. He had 13 targets against the Giants in London. Geez, 16.9 fantasy points for Cobb last week. So keep an eye on Randall Cobb, guys. Why not? But Lazard, 8 targets in his last 2 games. Christian Watson might be going on IR. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Watson might be moved to IR. Yeah, I'm not out on Dubs. I think he's still pretty safe floor, but I'd probably go McKenzie. Dubs over Judy. Once again, Dubs is a safe play here. Judy gives you some upside. But, like, really with what we've seen out of Jerry Jeudy so far on the season, I'm just, nah. You're crossing your fingers for a week 1 or week 4 performance where he had between 15 and 20 fantasy points. Everything else has been 8 or less points, including 2 performances at 3.7 or less points. So he's just not efficient, right? You're just up and down, boom or bust. So the ceilings are pretty good there. But, you know, when you look at what Romeo Dubs has done this season, the ceilings are just as good. So I'd probably go Dubs. Best dogs, I have Olave. Should I pick up Devonta Smith, Myers, Rondo Moore, Allen, Lazard instead of him? I mean, no, I'd rather have Olave on the season. All those receivers that you listed are good. You know, I know Olave is questionable for tomorrow. Like, it depends if you're asking on the season or if you're asking, like, I need to play for tomorrow because Olave might not play. If he doesn't play, who do I pick up, right? So on the season, I still roll with Olave, right? If it's tomorrow, man, I would not drop Olave, though. It's just tough. And I would wait until we know he's out for sure, you know? But if you need to pick up another receiver, Devonta Smith or Jacoby Myers, or I mean, all these options are good. But Alan Lazard should face Sauce Gardner tomorrow, so maybe X him out. Rondo Moore, I do like tomorrow. I do, and I think Rondo Moore and Devonta Smith offer like the same amount of upside, you know, but some boomer bust. And Myers is, if it's full PPR, Myers is the safest option, but depends if you're asking just for tomorrow or on the season. J-Dubs, what's up, bro? What up, what up? Just got in from nephew's football game. Let's go, man. Hope that was good. Hope the nephew balled out there, man. Love to see that. Pray says Higbee's tight end 1 this week. Let's go. Is Michael Carter droppable in PPR? Yeah, if you need to roster another player, yes. Yeah, I mean, like, you can always hold on to him as a handcuff, and obviously we saw some involvement last week, but far too inconsistent. He's touchdown dependent, right? He gets Green Bay, Denver, New England, Buffalo, some tough matchups. Some tough matchups there, so yeah, you can drop him. Depends on who you're dropping him for, I guess, but yeah, you can drop him. So. Pray on the Rams, sure. Lost my spot. Jerry in the house. What's up, Jerry? How are you? Great to have you in the house, man. By the way, Jerry, I'm actually down to do a 0 quarterback matchup next week. That's just crazy that Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts had the same bye week, and we play each other in that week. So I will literally, yeah, we could square up 0 QB versus 0 QB, but where you have a disadvantage is Diggs is also out for you, so I don't want to make it like unfair or anything, I guess. Godwin or Walker or Myers at flex? I go Godwin. Godwin. Godwin's a must start for me, man. I mean, the Steelers are already the worst secondary in the league against opposing receivers from a fantasy perspective on the season, and their entire secondary got injured. Like, their starting secondary, you know, I mean, there's actually you could argue there's a chance that their second stringers are better than their starters, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to make that bet. But yeah, I go Godwin, guys. I mean, Godwin and Evans, I think, are both gonna just absolutely have a great week. So I think you have to go Godwin. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that Walker is a good option this week. I do like him, but nah, you gotta go Godwin. I'm not going into my matchups this weekend without Godwin. Start Geno over Hurts versus Dallas. No, start Hurts. Start Hurts. Don't get me wrong, Geno's gonna have a good week, but I just wouldn't bench Hurts even against Dallas. I just wouldn't do it. Start Carter or Lindsey. Are those really your options, Jerry? Hold on, Jerry. Hold on. That's in the catch fan league, right? Wow. Philip Lindsay really might be a start, huh? Man, Damian Harris getting hurt really hurts you. Oh, you don't have Melvin Gordon? Oh, you do have Melvin Gordon in. Okay, okay. Because Adams is on bye week. Okay, I was gonna say I thought you had Adams and I forgot Harris is banged up for you. Man, that stinks. I go Philip Lindsay. I mean, we talked about Deion Jackson in the beginning of the chat. 8.4 fantasy points for Philip Lindsay last week. I almost like Deion Jackson more in that backfield, though. Jerry, like, honestly, man, on a week-to-week basis at the running back position for you, man, it's just a toss-up, bro. I feel like every time I've called your backfield, I've got it wrong. I do like Melvin Gordon this week. And Damian Harris is still questionable. If Damian Harris is listed as healthy, you should definitely start him against Cleveland. But, man. Yeah, I'll go Philip Lindsay over Carter. I'll go Lindsay over Carter. Do I love it? No, but roll Philip Lindsay. Why not? Like I said, man, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Geno's a must-start. Hey, man, let's go. Geno Smith season. Buddy, I miss you, John. Hope the family's doing amazing. We're just dandy, man. We're great. Enjoying the fall weather, man. Just living the dream, man. I appreciate that, bro. Williams still going off. I hope so. I'm concerned, but I hope so, man. I've got him in 2 leagues, so hey, listen, I'm worried about Mike Williams, guys, but I'm rooting for him. And if he's on your roster, I'm rooting for him just as much as you are. Okay, is Andrew and Evans for Brees, Mike Williams, and Higbee? I really need a good running back. Okay, I hate to see you lose Mark Andrews, man. Evans versus Williams, I don't mind the swap. Higbee, you still get a solid tight end. If you really need a running back that bad, yes, it's fine. I just hate seeing you guys lose Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce. Like, Tyler Higbee's a fine replacement here, but I just hate seeing rosters lose that tight end advantage, man. There's every now and then you guys hit me with the question where you lose one of those two, and I'm like, okay, you know. If you really need the running back, yes, it's okay. It's okay. But just understand, man, you're losing Mark Andrews. You're losing a huge advantage on a weekly basis, you know. That's all I got to say. But, yeah, if you need a running back, it's not awful. The swap at receiver is fine. You're getting Brees Hall and Higbee for Andrews. Yeah, but gosh. All right, Jerry, looking forward to her no QB matchup. Yeah, let's go, bro. J-Dubs, come on, Hendo. I need 22 points. Let's go, let's go. Should I trade away Kamara, Pierce, Pittman to receive Diggs, Hollywood, Zeke? 1 and 4. Oh, man. Team is Russ, Goff, Mixon, Hall, Pierce, Kamara, Pittman, Bateman, Dotson, Corey Davis. Okay, so you'd end up with, this is the issue. You'd have Mixon, Hall, Zeke. So you lose Pierce and Kamara, right? You lose Pittman, which isn't going to hurt you because then you're going to have Diggs and Hollywood. But you'd still have Mixon and Hall. I don't hate this trade. Man, I mean, who's the other guy going to play at receivers? A 12-teamer? Yeah, I mean, listen, man, you're going to lose running back depth. You're going to be relying on Mixon and Hall, but then you're going to be able to play Diggs and Hollywood. And your flex is kind of like, it's kind of screwed. All right, well, if you have Pierce and Kamara, I guess that's who you're flexing, but... Huh. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't hate this trade. I'm just worried about your flex option. Because you're going to start Russ or Goff, then Mixon, Hall. And you're already receiving through. I don't know, man. Diggs and Hollywood is a huge upgrade at receiver for you. Who's out there on the waiver that looks interesting that you could flex? Because, like, Bateman's hurt. Dotson's hurt. Corey Davis is far too inconsistent. Like that, Corey Davis is your best option. And tight end's kind of hurting you, too. And quarterback's still hurting you. I'll say this much. Like, yeah, I do think it helps your immediate roster outside of the flex. But obviously right now you're not winning with this lineup. I mean, you need receiver help. And you're getting 2 stud receivers, man. So, yeah, I think you should definitely consider this. But the other aspect you have to understand is once you trade Pierce and Kamara off this roster, you don't have you really don't have room to work with in terms of trades. Like you're looking at Dawson Knox and Russell Wilson or Jared Goff, and then like Bateman, Dotson, Corey Davis, A-Rob. You know, who's out there on the waiver for you, man? I do think you should consider this trade. I do. But you just got to understand it's probably your final move. And then you're kind of rolling with this squad, and you really need Mixon and Hall to stay healthy, which is definitely possible. But you're gonna figure out the flex position because you're losing 2 running backs here. But you need receiver help. This is massive receiver help, man. So yeah, I think you should definitely consider it. Caleb, we got you, bro. DJ Moore needs a trade. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. All right, sorry, lost my spot. Here we go. Bunny Hop John, I'm 4-1 the catch league, 3-2. My hope league not doing bad this year. Bunny Hop, let's go. Let's go. Kareem Ramondre or Zeke for flex this week? Ramondre. Yeah, Ramondre not even close for me, man. He's going to get a billion touches. Even if Harris is out there, I think he'll be fine. Is there any Chris Olave news? No, I just checked and I didn't get anything, man. Yeah. Still questionable. For week 6, we probably won't have an update. I mean, we might get one at any point during this stream, but if not, we won't get one till tomorrow. So, not at the moment, man. If you guys get one or see anything, let me know. Gerald Everett or Kyle Pitts? I go Everett. I mean, the Niners have played the 3rd best team in the league against opposing tight ends. Played great against tight ends so far in the season, and I just don't like this game script for the Falcons. I'll go Gerald Everett. I will. I'm starting him in 1 league, so I'm riding with you, bro. If Mostert is out, would you start Edmonds or Sanders? I go Sanders still. It's a bad matchup, I get it, but I still go Sanders. He's played too good on the season. I go Sanders. All right, J-Dub says Olave practiced fully yesterday. Good news there. You go Ayuk, Boyd, or Devonta Smith this weekend? I'd probably go Devonta Smith, but I don't think Tyler Boyd's that bad of an option. And I'll say one thing, Lucius. If T. Higgins sits, then you go Tyler Boyd. If T. Higgins plays, I'd probably go Devonta Smith by a hair. Not the greatest matchup, but he's still going to... I just like him more, right? He's still a wide receiver, too. I mean, Ayuk just hasn't been productive enough, right? I don't mind Boyd even if Higgins is healthy, as long as it's full PPR. You just got to understand that Boyd is a boomer bust play from a fantasy perspective. Now, like I said, if Higgins is out, then Boyd is a good start. Mike Williams versus the Broncos or Chris Olave post-concussion. If it's full PPR, I'd probably go Olave. If not, go Mike Williams. I mean, once again, Olave is probably the safer floor. Mike Williams gives you the upside. But I don't know how much Mike Williams gives you the boomer bust, I would say. I don't know if Williams just brings pure upside against the Broncos defense. Nick, week starters for me is Hurts, Diggs. Hollywood. Kamara. Okay. Goddard, Lockett. Eagles defense, how we looking? I mean, looking phenomenal, man. Yeah. Nothing wrong with this roster at all, man. Looking great. I love it. Should be a good week for you, man. I don't know who to go with my flex, Romeo Doubs or Kareem Hunt. Well, I'd probably go Romeo Doubs. I do think that Hunt is, yeah, he scored last week, but he scored against the Chargers, who are the worst team in the league against opposing running backs on the season, Scored in week 1 against Carolina, who's the 7th worst team in the league against opposing running backs. So, against New England this week. I wonder where New England comes in. Sorry, I just bumped my mic. I hope that didn't make awful noises for you guys. By the way, thank you guys so much for being here, man. Thank you guys for spending part of your night here at the channel. I know I'm a little bit behind in the chat trying to get to everyone tonight, and I will get to everyone. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for all the questions and talking fantasy. And go ahead and smash that like button for me, guys, if you haven't done so already. Man, New England, pretty damn good against opposing running backs. Yeah. 5th best team in the league. Whew. I probably wouldn't go Hunt this week. They're going to have to rely on Nick Chubb. You never know. Like, that's the thing with Hunt. He can always find the end zone, but I'd probably go Romeo Doubs. Jeezy, what's up, bro? Picked up Deion Jackson. Would you start him either over London or Duvernay? Probably over London. I don't feel good about London this week against the Niners. I'm not very high on the Falcons players this week. I'd probably start him over London. All right, let's see. Thoughts on Darius Slayton or any potential stashes for the Giants? Yeah. I would stash Darius Slayton. I have him as like a watch for the week. That's about it. I mean, at the moment, Darius Slayton is the possible play at receiver. It's just funny because it's like a week or so ago, we were talking about... we just talked about so many different receivers possibly being the guy, We were talking about Richie James. Then he came out, had negative fantasy points. After going 11.1, 10.18, then Shepard goes down and he has negative 0.1 points. It's just like, what? Then 3.6 the next week's, right? Keep an eye on Wandell Robinson for sure. He should play this week, according to what I'm reading on Sleeper, so... Keep an eye on Robinson, Gosh, it's just how do you end up with so many injury-prone receivers, man? Yes, to answer your question, Darius Slayton, 7 targets last week, 6 receptions, 79 receiving yards. He was the Giants receiver in week 5, but it could change, man. Could change. David Sills hasn't shown anything consistent. I don't know if Kadarius Toney is, ever going to play, so... Answer your question. The 2 I would keep an eye on are Slayton and Robinson. But they're no more than stashes if you do pick them up. Bunny up, John. Someone in my league benched Hurts and started Wentz. What? What? He said I thought he was going to prove himself. He loves Thursday Night Football. Yeah, and what did I say? I mean, that's hilarious, Bunny Hop. But what did I say all Thursday night during the stream is I don't feel good about these Thursday Night Football games anymore. I don't want to start anyone, right? We like Brian Robinson, which is the right call going into Thursday night. We like David Montgomery, who didn't do... I mean, he did next to nothing. It was not a good night for Monty at all. Yeah, 9 points for Monty. 67 yards on the ground, 1 reception. So, I mean, I guess we found the end zone, but GameScript didn't support that. I mean, that game was just... awful, man. We liked Scary Terry and we liked Curtis Samuel, and they didn't do crap, man. I just hate these Thursday night games. McLaurin at 8.2 points, Curtis Samuel at 2.6. What did Wentz finish with? 4.1. Yeah, I don't even care against even Hurts going against Dallas. He'll be better than 4.1. I did like Mooney as a potential deep league option, or as long as it was full PPR, and he had his best fantasy performance of the season, so we got that one right. But gosh, a lot of you guys asked him about Curtis Samuel. I thought he was a decent flex for the week. He was not. Yeah, these Thursday night games, man, I just want to stay away from them. All right, let's see. I still think Mike can be successful due to volume, but he should be shadowed by Surtain. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The target share for Mike Williams should definitely be there. I agree, J-Dubs. The matchup's not good, though. And it's not just Pat Surtain, right? And I think the point is very valid, right? I didn't... Like I said earlier, I 110% believe in Surtain, right? But it's also just the Broncos' defense as a unit, right? As an entire unit has been very good against opposing receivers, so... But all it's going to take is that one play, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you just got to keep in mind, and I have to keep in mind, I guess what I'm saying, that good receivers can still score against good cornerbacks. We see it happen all the time, right? A cornerback can play a really good game of football, just takes that one touchdown to get us a solid enough fantasy stat line. So, I'm not out on Mike Williams this week. I'm concerned about Mike Williams. All right, Ron the GOAT, what's up, bro? Chris Olave or Rondell Moore? Oh. I'd probably go Olave. I go Olave. Ramondre season, says Ricky. Hello, can you pick 2 to start, of course? Mike Williams, Sutton, Hall, Gabe Davis, or Kirk? Whoo! Whoo! These are good options, man. I go Breece Hall. I mean, I believed in Breece Hall last week, and that paid off. I believe in Breece Hall again here in week 6. Oh, man. Listen, JDM, I mean, all these receivers can score just as many points as the other. You know, Sutton's the safest play. The upside somewhere between Gabe Davis and Mike Williams. I'd probably go Breece Hall and Gabe Davis. Let's go with the offseason hype train here. Not that Mike Williams and Cortland Sutton weren't on it, and even Christian Kirk to some degree. But let's go Breece Hall and Gabe Davis. But don't be surprised if Williams or Sutton pop. And I guess, quite frankly, don't be surprised if Kirk has a good game. But I'll go Hall and Davis. But, gosh, I could go back and forth on this one all night. These are really good options, man. J-Dub says Breece Hall and Gabe Davis. Let's go. With JT out, pick 1 to flex. Pittman, Deontay, Christian Kirk, J-Rob. Ooh, probably Christian Kirk. You could roll the dice on J-Rob, but he's kind of trending down. We're seeing more involvement from ETN. I'd probably go Christian Kirk. Or Pittman. But probably Christian Kirk. J-Dubs says Christian Kirk again. Look at that, J-Dubs. Sutton's been solid without TDs. If only that offense could click. Yeah, no kidding, man. See much better ceilings that way. Ash Dobbs in the house. Hello, hello. Appreciate you being here. Also need to start 2 in PPR. Lazard, Mooster, Taysom, McKenzie, Everett. I'm not out on Lazard necessarily on the week, but I don't like the matchup against Sauce, right? He's still a good flex option. I don't see any way that Sauce is on like Randall Cobb or Dubs, right? It's got to be Lazard. But you just never know. I mean, every now and then you see a corner one line up on, like he might line up on Randall Cobb, which would be weird. But I probably, if Mostert's healthy, I start Mostert versus the Vikings. And I probably go Isaiah McKenzie. If Mostert's not healthy, I probably go McKenzie and Lazard. I really only want to play Taysom Hill at like the tight end position or like a super flex position if you can play him at quarterback. Anthony, what's up, man? Great to see you. What's up? What's up? Deion Jackson or J.K. Dobbins? I might go J.K. Dobbins here. They get the John. I'll go J.K. Dobbins. But Jackson's okay too. But we're probably going to see involvement from Philip Lindsay. All right, start 3. Benjamin, T. Higgins, Najee, and Drake. I go, Benjamin for sure versus Seattle. I'll go T. Higgins and Najee. I don't like Drake London this week. But if Higgins is not healthy, you're going to have to go Drake London there. Little bunny up, I'm starting Alec Pierce over Williams. Okay, I don't hate that necessarily. He's a safer play. Like, if you want the safe play for the or for the week, that's fine. John always loads up Underdog, never plays it. I just need something on the screen. Like, I mean, I guess I could change the format where it's just my face, like, really large. I just need something on the screen. I should probably mess around with it. You know, we're almost mid-season. By mid-season, I'll have some new formats out. We did play last Friday. That's true. I guess we didn't yesterday. What did we do? We just had fantasy Q&A yesterday. Pick 3. Brees, Melvin, Ramondre, Eno. Ramondre for sure. Ooh. I go Melvin Gordon versus the Chargers. You have to. And I go Brees Hall. Ooh. That's tough. You got to bench Eno there. Oh, man. You could bench Ramondre? I can't believe No. You got to go Brees, Melvin, and Ramondre. But, man, Eno's going to have a good game. That's tough. That's tough. But all are good options here. I'd definitely start Brees Hall. The other 3 have really good matchups, though. I go Brees, Melvin, and Ramondre. I believe in Brees. Wow, I just punched my mic. Sorry, guys. I believe in Melvin and Ramondre. I mean, they're must-starts for me this week. I got to roll with them, and I believe in Brees. So, gosh, tough to bench Eno versus Seattle, though. Pray, John, my bench press is up to 180. You're a monster, dude. You're an absolute monster. Alec Pierce or Boyd? I go Pierce. But if T's out, then maybe Boyd. Dude, me and J-Dubs are mirroring each other. Let's go. I love it. Cinnabon, what's up, bro? Just stopping by to see what you think of the trade in Discord, if I should accept it or not. Let's check. Hope you're still here, Cinnabon. Thanks for being here, man. Thank all you guys for being here, man. Let's see what we got, bro. All right, Cinnabon, should I accept my wide receivers are AJ, Jamar, Judy, London, and Godwin, plus my RBs are Swift, Mixon, Connor, and Hall. So, I don't know which team you are. Are you anabolic fart? I think you are. Wait, okay, I can figure it out. Because, yeah, okay, you're giving away Godwin. So you're giving away Godwin, Drake, and Brees Hall. You're getting Samuel, Hollywood Brown, and JT. I don't know, man. I might... Ooh. Alright, so if you do the trade... you have A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, Judy, Hollywood Brown, Curtis Samuel, no London, no Godwin. I don't mind the swap for London and Curtis Samuel. I don't mind Hollywood Brown over Godwin, although I still really like Godwin. Your running backs are going to be Swift, JT, Mixon, and Connor. Okay. I don't hate the trade. But I feel like, I mean, here's the one thing I'll say, Senior Cinnabon. Like, you need a consistent back right now, and Brees Hall is that consistent back. You know, if you get JT, like, yeah, we expect him to be back next week. But what if he's not? Then you're going to have JT banged up, Swift banged up, Connor banged up, all, like, potentially getting re-injured. Which, don't get me wrong, you could speculate that about any player, whether they're injured or not. And you'd have Mixon and just running backs that could hurt you, right? I feel like you need Brees Hall on this team. But I really like Hollywood Brown right now. But Godwin's about to start trending upward, sorry, but I don't think it's a bad trade necessarily. It could pay off big time. I'm not concerned about the Curtis Samuel and Drake London aspect. And I like Hollywood Brown a lot. I do think JT could be a league winner, man. I also think Brees Hall could be a league winner. So it's tough. It's tough. I might hold. But I really like Hollywood. Hollywood's kind of getting to me here. I guess the question is, are you okay with a couple running backs behind Joe Mixon who have injury issues so far on the season? And do you think Hollywood Brown is going to lose targets, enough targets? He's going to lose targets, right? He's going to lose enough targets to D-Hop that he's going to have a significant drop in fantasy production. I don't personally, but if you're of that belief, it could affect things here. So it's tough, man. It's tough. It's not a bad trade. It's a pretty good trade. I think I'd rather have Hollywood Brown than Chris Godwin, but I think Chris Godwin's going to have a phenomenal week this weekend. You know? I think Hollywood Brown's going to have a really good week this weekend, though. It's tough. It's not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. A lot to think about there, man, but I think those are the two questions you have to ask yourself. All right, Emmy, trade JT. Judy for Devonta and B. Hall. Yeah, I'd probably do that trade. Because you upgrade at receiver and you get a very consistent running back. Yeah, I'd probably do the trade. All right. Gino, Fournette, Mixon, Sutton, Mike Williams, Ertz, Godwin, Eagles defense. Brett Meyer. How's my week looking? Oh, good. Good. I don't see any issues with this roster. I mean, I guess it depends who's on the bench, but no. You look good for the week, man. Fournette's going to have a good game. Godwin's going to have a good game. Ertz going to have a good game. Sutton, Williams are fine. Mixon's fine. Eagles defense, Meyer, fine. Geno Smith's going to ball out this week. So. Eno or Sanders and have PPR? I go Eno just due to matchup, but Sanders is okay. Would you trade Chase, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Hawk for Kelsey and ETN? Other wide receivers, JJ, Lazard, MT was thinking of picking up Jameson Williams. All right, so you'd end up with JJ, Lazard, Michael Thomas. You trade away Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra and Hawk for Kelsey. Like, I don't care about ETN for Kelsey. Kelsey gives you enough of a positional advantage, that you can absolutely consider this. Yeah, I think you consider it, but you're going to lose some significant depth at the wide receiver position here. I don't know exactly what we're going to get out of Jameson Williams, you know. So you're going to have JJ and Lazard and an injured Michael Thomas. And you're going to have to play the waiver smart. You lose pretty big wide receiver value here. You know, Hawkinson doesn't matter because you're getting Kelsey. I would try to get one receiver out of this trade. I mean, it's just tough, right? Like, because, I mean, like, let's look at it this way, right? Hawkinson on the season is still tight end 3, mainly due to an inflated game against Seattle, right? But still, if we're going by numbers, you got tight end 3. You got Jamar Chase as wide receiver 15. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown as wide receiver 10 with missing week 4, right? 2 top 15 wide receivers and tight end 3 for tight end 1 and Travis Etienne. Just, you know, there's definitely a chance they have to drop a player. Just try to get their worst wide receiver so you have some depth right away. You know? That would be my thought. But yeah, hey, 99% of the time, unless it kills your roster, if you're trading for Travis Kelce, I don't hate it. You still got Justin Jefferson on this team, though. I will say the trio of JJ, Jamar Chase, and Amon-Ra St. Brown with TJ Hawkinson at tight end is like pretty damn solid. But I like Kelce a lot. All right, let's see. My RB is weak. Should I trade Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, and Cooks for Walker and Sanders? Have Adams, Lockett, Myers, Moore. For running back, I have CPAT on IR, Robinson, and Mostart. Yeah. Yeah, I would do this trade. Because then you're starting Adams and Lockett. If it's full PPR, you can still flex Myers. Moore is a good wide receiver 4. I mean, a little thin at wide receiver, but I don't know that losing Deontay Johnson and Cooks hurts you too bad. Yeah, I would consider this trade for sure. I mean, you're pretty weak at running back. You're pretty thin at running back. I would consider this trade for sure. For sure. Start Henderson or Mostart? Both are fine. Both are fine for sure. But we got to see if Mostart's healthy, you know. But Mostart gets the Vikings, right? They've been awful against the run. Hendo, on the other hand, gets the Panthers. They've been awful against the run. So I will say, like, if Mostart isn't 100% and he suits up, well, Chase Edmonds is going to get touches. Hendo's just the RB1 against the Panthers. So maybe go Henderson here. But both are okay. Cali Loco, what's up, man? I have Duvernay versus Cleveland, or pick up Alec Pierce at Tennessee. Need to play one next week. Do you drop Duvernay for Pierce? Yeah. Yeah. I would. As long as it's full PPR. It is PPR, yeah. Tennessee's been really bad against opposing receivers. They played surprisingly well against Washington last week. I go Alec Pierce here. Yeah. DC King, what's up, bro? Hey, hey man, hope you're well. Hope you're well also, DC King. Flex question. Mostart or Henderson? Oh gosh, we just got that, didn't we? I go Hendo. But Mostart's okay. Oh gosh, I lost my spot. Okay, I got it. Alright. Start 5 of these wide receivers. Pittman, Waddle, Gabe, Davis, Moore, Mike Williams, Zay Jones, Dubs. Currently have the first 5 starting for my wide receiver 1, 2, then 3 flex. Oh, geez. Pittman, Waddle, Davis, Moore, Mike Williams. That's fine. I mean, in like a 3 flex setting, that's fine. You could go Romeo Dubs over whoever you have the least amount of confidence in, whether it's Waddle with the quarterback issues, whether it's DJ Moore with the quarterback issues, or whether it's Michael Pittman being a wide receiver for the Colts. You're definitely starting Williams and Gabe Davis, but I think the first 5 are fine if that's where your conviction is at, man. Deion Jackson or Dylan in PPR? I go Deion Jackson right now. Oh, it's Rondell Moore? Okay. If it's Rondell Moore Chase, then I go Rondell Moore. I thought it was DJ Moore. I go Rondell Moore. I think you can roll with those first 5 guys in a 3 flex setting with 2 receivers starting, yeah. Do you like Ingram over Schultz? Yes. I like Schultz probably more when Prescott comes back. I would have to drop Deion Johnson, which I just picked up to keep away from my league. Oh, gosh. Well, you got... It depends if you think you can get through the week or not. You know, depends if it's going to help you this week and you feel like you need to make that move for the week or not. Raheem Mostart or Darrell Henderson again? 3 of you guys. I go Henderson. Just because if Mostart does play and he's not 100%, I think we lose some touches to Edmonds. But even with that, like, the Vikings have been really bad against the run. Mostart's looked really good. At least looked really good last week. So, but I still go Henderson. Eugene, what's up, man? Trying to figure out my final wide receiver spot. Would you feel more comfortable with Isaiah McKenzie or Alec Pierce? Pierce for the safe floor, McKenzie for upside. But I'd probably go Pierce. And we got an offer. I receive Adams, Breece Hall, and Ingram while I offer JT and Andrews. I probably keep Andrews. If the tight end was better, I'd consider this because Adams and Breece Hall are playing very good. But I probably keep Andrews. If they were offering you like Ertz or Higbee or Goddard, or I mean, even if it was like Kittle or Hawkinson or even like Fearmouth, just Evan Ingram has been too inconsistent for me. Like, quite frankly, even if it was like Gerald Everett or Taysom Hill, you know, I not for Ingram though. who's probably, I think Ingram's a good stream this week, but too much inconsistency. Like, you're going to lose such an advantage at tight end. I'd stick with Mark Andrews, but it is tough. The other aspects of the trade are good, but the tight end swap's going to hurt you, I think. Albert, what's up, man? Luke in the house. What's up, Luke Newcomb? What up, what up? All right, Eugene. JT is out, unfortunately, but was able to pick up Jackson. Should I start him in place of JT or just go with Tony Pollard? I go with Jackson. I go with Jackson this week versus Pollard versus the Eagles. Yeah, go Jackson. Joey, what's up, man? Gordon or Jackson? I go Gordon versus the Chargers. Chargers are the worst team in the NFL against opposing running backs from a fantasy perspective. So, yep. That's my final answer. We want to stream against the Chargers for sure. All right. Let's see. Andrea, what's up? What's up? All right, trying to. I'm pretty much caught up. How are you guys doing, man? How are we feeling about the weekend? How are we feeling about our matchups this week? How are we doing? I feel pretty good. I got some. I don't know, man. There's a couple things. Some of my lineups this week, I'm like, man. Julian's in the house. What's up, man? How are you? We got Nick in the house. What's up? What's up? Thoughts on Trevor Lawrence in week 7? What a question. What a question. How do you guys feel about Trevor Lawrence in week 6? Because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have a league where I have to start Trevor Lawrence this week. A league where I had Lawrence, Carr, and Goff. Been trying to figure it out at QB. And then I was trying to get Geno off waivers. And I didn't get him. Guess who got him in that league? Steven did. He doesn't even need him. But he did on purpose. Because he hates me. Week 7 against the Giants. Where do the Giants come in against opposing quarterbacks so far on the season? Let me quickly check. Let's see. They're 20th. So not awful. Not great, but not bad. Oh, no. I checked. Gosh. I was like, that's not right. I said Giants, and I checked this week. I checked the Colts. So, T-Law. I'll try this again. The Giants aren't that bad, man. They're the 8th best team. No way. Better than I expected. Hey, man. He's been up and down on the year. He could have a good game. Or he, could not. It's tough to say. I think we'll have a better understanding after this week because it's been 2 down weeks, including the rain game against Philly. The last week against Texans was like, what in the world? Let's see what happens this week, Nick. MVS or Pickens? I go Pickens for sure. Yeah, not even close. I'm not starting the Chiefs receivers. Go Pickens. Henderson or Aaron Jones? Listen, the floor play is Hendo. The upside is Aaron Jones. I probably go Jones. Both are fine. Higher ceiling out of Jones, safer floor out of Hendo Wesley. All right, lost my spot. Okay, if Olave is good tomorrow, do I flex over Godwin and Lockett? No. No. I really like Godwin and Lockett tomorrow. I go Godwin and Lockett. So I think Olave is a good floor tomorrow. The targets will be there, but I think the upside is far greater. Far greater for Godwin and Lockett. All right, just making sure I didn't miss a question from Emmy. I don't think I did. Godwin versus Pittsburgh. Lockett in that matchup against the Cardinals. I go Godwin and Lockett. Should I switch out Romeo Doubs for Alec Pierce? Yeah. I would. J-Dub says, with the inconsistency of Green Bay, I'd probably still roll with Pierce based off talent. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Evan, with the super chat. Shout out to Evan. And let's go, man. With the $10 dono. What a guy. Clap hand emojis in the chat. Let's go, man. What a guy, Evan. Thank you so much, man. Very kind of you, bro. Alright, I didn't put clap hand emojis, but I put those other emojis. So, thank you so much, Evan. What a guy. I love to see all his growth, man. Appreciate that, bro. A1 day one here at the channel. Appreciate that, Evan. You both have earned everything that's happened to the channel. Keep grinding. Appreciate it, man. That's so kind of you, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate hearing that, man. Very, very kind of you. Also, I traded Lenny and Pittman for JJ and Mixon for Sutton. Thoughts? It depends on the rest of your roster. But overall, if we're just purely looking at the trade, Evan, when you have a second, send me your roster. We'll take a look. I know it's a pain to type out your whole rosters, guys, but it does help when evaluating trades. But traded Lenny for Pittman and Jefferson. That's fine if you didn't need Lenny. And Mixon for Sutton. So it looks like, I mean, you have receiver depth. Like, here's the thing. You lost 2 running backs. You gained 3 receivers. So if you're hurting at receiver, this helped you. If you weren't deep at running back, did it hurt you? Like, who's your RB1 and RB2 now, Evan, is my thought here, right? So, like I said, when you have time, let me know what your whole roster looks like. But are those 2 trades fair? Those 2 trades are fair. You know? I like Lenny right now, but you got... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You gained 2 receivers. I'm sorry. You traded Lenny and Pittman for JJ, which is still fair. So you got JJ and Sutton, right? I just want to know what the rest of your roster looks like, Evan. But we'll continue to chat. We'll figure it out. I think both trades are fine, though. So, thanks for the kind words, Evan. I appreciate it, bro. I really do, man. And thank you so much for the super chat. That really helps us out. And appreciate it, man. It's always good to hear from you. So we'll talk more about the trade and everything. But thanks so much for the super chat. All right, let's see here. All right, let me try and see, where was I? My opponent is JT. I'm so happy. He's 4-1. I'm 3-2. Let's go. I have an opponent with JT this week. I was kind of happy too. I'm not gonna lie. This is a chip winner, asks Nick. 10-man PPR, 5-0. We got Lamar, CMC, Lenny, Jamar Chase, CD, Kelsey, Godwin, Dubs, Mostert, Myers, Ricard White, Mostert, Waller, Odell Beckham starting to make a return to fantasy rosters, Jameson Williams. I grabbed Beckham in case he gets signed because my friend said he wants him, so I had to scoop him before he got him. Okay. Maybe some trade value there, right? Is a chip winner? It's impossible to say right now, Nick. It's impossible to say. So much can change in 1 week. So much could change in week 6. So much could change in 6 weeks. So much could change between weeks 12 and week 15. So much could change in the first week of the fantasy playoffs. It's just, I'm going to be straight with you, dude. It's impossible to tell you guys you have a championship winning team at this point in the season. Is it possible? Well, sure. Sure. Is the team good? Yeah, it's a good squad, man. Lamar, CMC, Lenny, Jamar, CD, Kelsey, Godwin alone is beautiful. It looks like a pretty solid bench, too. It's a very good team through the first 5 weeks going into week 6. Very good chance that you make it far, or very good chance that you, plain and simple, make it into the playoffs at 5-0 already, you know? But so much can change, man. It's too hard to say. But I think the team looks good for sure. I would have confidence, Nick, for sure. Andrea likes Derek Carr in week 7 if he's available. I think it's a good call. Lawrence Jones or Skylar. Don't start Skylar Thompson. We don't know what to expect there. Don't go Skylar Thompson. I go T-Lar, Danny Dimes, whoever you have more confidence in. The Ravens are starting to play better defensively. You know, their secondary is really struggling at the beginning of the year, especially over the top. Not necessarily in man coverage, but Whoever you have more confidence in, Lawrence or Jones. I see a higher ceiling for Lawrence. I still think Jones is pretty safe, but I don't see a great ceiling there. So, over whoever you have more confidence in, man. All right, full PPR, flex, McKenzie or Ayuk. I go McKenzie. Zachary in the house. What's up, bro? What's up? Over Miles Sanders or Deion Jackson. Safer floor for Sanders. More upside with Jackson. I might go Sanders, though. Should I drop Garrett Wilson for Alec Pierce? Yes, I would. All right, Lamb and Swift for JT and Stevenson. Thoughts? I probably keep Lamb and Swift here. It just depends what your running back room looks like. Because we unfortunately have kind of had to move Swift into like somebody who's on your bench who you can rotate in. Like when we know he's healthy, you have to start him, but you have to be able to afford to not start him. But gosh, when he starts, he's going to be good. And I still think Lamb is going to be perfectly fine on the season. So it just kind of depends, right? It depends on your running back room in my eyes. J-Dubs, depends on how bullish you are on Lamb. I'd say no. Yeah, I don't know which side you are, Emmy. But, I'm sorry. I was reading it like you were trading Lamb and Swift. I don't know if I want to give up JT just yet. It's pretty good for JT, but losing Stevenson holds you. So you have Stevenson, Kenneth Walker, and ETN. I don't know that I want you to lose two running backs there. I'd probably say no. Because I don't know if you can afford Swift on your roster there. Emmy, let me know your full roster so I make sure I'm comprehending this. All right, Evan. You got Hurts, CMC, Mixon, Eno, Mike Boone, Dobbins, Jay Jettis, St. Brown, Cooks, Dubs, Pittman, and Taysom Hill. So, Evan, did you end up trading Sutton for Mixon or Mixon for Sutton? Because it looks like Mixon's still on your squad here. I mean, yeah, I think both trades were good. I would be worried, though, like if you lost Mixon off this squad. Because you're basically relying on two running backs and Dobbins, who's in like the most inconsistent backfield ever. You have CMC there. Hurts, CMC, Jay Jettis, St. Brown. Have you not... Okay, Evan, have you not done the two trades yet? You have. Because you have Jay Jettis. Okay, sorry. I had a long week, by the way, guys. In case you're wondering. But it doesn't matter. You still got St. Brown on this team, man. A little bit thin at receiver. Jay Jettis, St. Brown, Cooks, Doobie. But you can flex a running back for now. Like you're able to flex Eno Benjamin. So this team is kind of still playing waivers to some degree. But yeah, like the core roster, right? Hurts, CMC, Mixon, Jay Jettis, St. Brown. Although this week you're probably playing Dubs. Then Pitts or Taysom Hill. I still don't think the trades were bad. You came out with JJ. I do think losing Lenny, it doesn't hurt, you have JJ, but it hurts your running back depth, of course. I mean, you lost your running back. Of course it hurts your running back depth, but you know what I'm saying. Huh. The team still looks good. CMC and Mixon. I'm just a little bit worried about, like, your flex. And then at points, your wide receiver 2, like when St. Brown isn't healthy, or this week where he's not playing. I really hope he's healthy. Man, if he's healthy, this this team's fine. You know, that's the only other aspect that's kind of worrying me here. But I don't think the trades were bad, Evan. I don't. I mean, JJ and St. Brown with CMC and Hurts could be really lethal. Yeah. I don't think the trades were bad, man. Let me know if you have any other thoughts there or anything else you want me to go over, my guy. All right, Jacob. Start one. Lazard, Pittman, Gallup, Mike Williams. Mike Williams. I go Mike Williams, Jacob. Tough matchup. I still go Mike Williams. All right, Emmy. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a flex. Whew. Stevenson, Walker, Etienne, Judy Pickens, Jones, Gallup, Doobie. Full PPR. Okay, Stevenson and Walker, no doubt about it for your 2 running backs. You got to go Judy and Pickens. I might go Etienne there. Might go Etienne. If you don't go Judy, you could go Dubs. And if you don't go Etienne, you could go Dubs in the flex. But definitely Stevenson and Walker. Definitely Pickens and full PPR. Then Dubs or Judy. Then Etienne or whichever 2 of the receivers you don't start in the flex. So, a couple of directions you could go there. Is Rondell Moore a start? Do you think MG3 will play? Being played on Monday, screwed if he decides he is a no-go. Yeah, it is kind of tough, man. And if Melvin Gordon sits, Mike Boone is going to be a smash play this week, man. If you're worried about it, then you go Rondell Moore, you know? But, man, if Gordon suits up, he's a great start. If you're worried about it, go Rondell Moore, though. Do I think he plays it? It's too hard to tell, man. It's too hard for me to make that call. You think Swift's going to be back in Week 7? I do. I'm 4-1 in spite of him. Should I just ride with him or move on? Dude gives me a headache. Ride with him, man. Unless you're like you're in a winning position. So, yes, you roll with him. If you weren't, then you have decisions to make. But you're in a winning position. You roll with him. Andrew, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Caleb, Metcalf or Lazard? Metcalf, easy, man. Love this game script for Metcalf. He's playing good football right now. The Seahawks playing good offensive football. I go Metcalf. Lazard's probably going to get Sauce Gardner tomorrow. I go Metcalf, man. I get Kyler Murray and Najee Harris for Geno and Kenneth Walker. Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm all about some Geno Smith right now, man. But I'd rather have Kyler Murray. Yeah, theoretically, you're downgraded at running back going from Walker to Harris. Would you rather have the upside at quarterback or your RB2? I think it's a bad trade. Legacy. Should I start Rondell Moore or Mostart? Mostart if he's healthy. Penguin Master. Great name, by the way. If not, go Moore. I just think the only issue is like we've mentioned earlier in the night is like if Mostart goes out there, yes, it's a beautiful matchup, but if he's not truly fully healthy, then Chase Edmonds is going to get more touches. I mean, maybe not more touches than Mostart, but he's going to get more touches than we saw last week. You know what I'm saying? So they might try and keep Mostart healthy is what I'm saying. But it is a good matchup. You have to imagine that with Skylar Thompson at quarterback and knowing how bad the Vikings' run defense has been on the season, that the Dolphins are going to come out and run the football a bit. So, but I like Rondell Moore this week. Evan, I did the trades tonight, so I'll get Sutton, Lenny, and Pittman this week. Evan, why am I screwing up this trade so bad? I don't know why I couldn't follow that trade. Well, as long as you have... I mean, regardless, I think your roster looks good. Evan, one more time. Just do this. Send me what your roster will be after your trades. Can you do that? I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm getting your trade all back and forth here. Just send me what your roster will be after your trades. Sorry. I mean, we got Hurts, Geno, JT, ET, and Stevenson, Robinson, Walker, and Dameon Pierce. Okay. Good running back room. Jeez. Judy, Pickens, Jones, Bateman, Doubs, Gallup, Andrews. Yeah, Emmy, you should consider trading JT here. This is a team I would consider trading JT from. Like, you got Etienne on the rise, you got Stevenson on the rise, you got Brian Robinson on the rise, you got Kenneth Walker on the rise, you got Dameon Pierce already been on the rise. That's 5 running backs you can trust. You need help at receiver. You got Judy, Pickens, Zay Jones, Bateman, Doubs, and Gallup. You don't have any consistency there. Keep Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews ain't going nowhere. You got Hurts at quarterback. I mean, yeah. Go get a receiver. Package JT with Judy. Keep Pickens and Bateman and Doubs and even Gallup. Package JT with Judy and Jones. Go get a big upgrade at receiver if you can. Try and get 2 receivers. But keep the rest of that running back depth. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what your record is, Emmy, but you could be like 1 or 2 trades away, excuse me, from like really putting together like a really nice roster here. So this is a team I would consider moving on from JT. All right, Penguin Master is going to start most start. I have Kyler Murray and Zach Ertz. Yeah, if you want to diversify from the roster or from the offense a little bit, that's fine. Kyler Murray's going to have a huge game with Hopkins out another week. Rondell Moore will have a huge game, trust me. I like Moore this week. I like the Cardinals offense this week. I like the Seahawks offense this week. I don't disagree. If you like most start Penguin Master, I think that's fine. I think all are good starts there. But keep in mind, like I said, there's a chance we see Chase Edmonds eat more into most starts usage than we saw last week because he's been hurt. Will Teddy B be starting tomorrow? No. From everything I've read, Skylar Thompson will be the starting quarterback for the Dolphins. Teddy Bridgewater will suit up and be the quarterback 2 if Thompson goes down. I mean, the Dolphins know they're under a microscope right now. Like they're not gonna. They don't want any bad looks. If Teddy Bridgewater goes out there and gets sacked, gets hit wrong, whatever, hits his head, and he gets up slow, the Dolphins are going to be under an entire microscope for another month, you know? They're trying to move past what's happened so far at the quarterback position for them. They're going to start Caleb, you are the starting quarterback for the Dolphins tomorrow. They're going to start Skylar Thompson. And Teddy Bridgewater is going to back him up. They don't want him out there. Just in case. It's not even about winning right now. It's about let's not bring to light how awful concussions are once again. All right. Ash, advice for us this season. Hurts, Chase, Pierce, Hopkins, Jameson Williams, Melvin, Etienne, Brees, Eno, Najee, Ramondre, Tyreek Hill, and Zach Ertz. Team looks pretty good. Let's see. You're finding a quarterback. Receiver could use some help. Running back, you've done a good job of pivoting out of like Najee Harris being your RB1. You got Breece Hall there. I think between Melvin Gordon, he's not, in my eyes, your RB1 unless he's not healthy. Etienne trending up. Eno trending up. Ramondre trending up. And you still got Najee hanging around if all else fails. Ertz is fine. I mean, you got Tyreek Hill. We could see him. No, it's just the quarterback situation's tough. You could use some receiver help. Chase, Hill, Alec Pierce. I mean, I don't know. I would probably wait, though, because we don't know what we're going to... I mean, Hopkins could really benefit this squad. I think you hold for now, Ash. I think it's a good-looking roster. I do. J-Dubs watched the Cowgirls shock the Eagles. I mean, there's a chance. These NFC East matchups can always get a little interesting. So, there's definitely there's a chance. There's a chance, but I still lean leaning with the Eagles here. So, but I mean, this Dallas defense is for real. But man, I just think if there's one team that's going to come out and exploit them potentially, it's the Eagles. But yeah, there's always a chance, man. You never know. NFL's weird. Williams, Rondell, and Eno. Who do I start? I feel like Williams is going to disappear against the Broncos. Yeah, we've talked about that a bit on the night. So, I'd probably still go Mike Williams. But if you don't, go Eno Benjamin. I still rather would start Eno Benjamin against the Seahawks run defense than the Cardinals second string receiver, you know. I like Rondell more this week, guys. I do. That's tough. If you don't have the conviction in Mike Williams, then trust your gut there. But I might like Eno just a smidge more. By the way, my screen's been like flickering every like 20, 30 minutes or so. I don't know why it's doing that, guys. So I doubt anyone cares, but I've noticed it. Smokey Rival in Home League has 6 players out. Jeez. Doesn't want to drop anyone, but he also played win. So looking like a W to take me to 4-2. Be playing without a defense in order to keep all players. Yeah, I think you're good there. I mean, you never know. Things get crazy. But, yeah, I think you're all right there, man. Wentz definitely helped you. Yeah, you should be good. If he's got some stud players, though, you can always consider a defense. I'm playing the best team in my league. Who should I start, Taysom Hill or Gerald Everett? Oh, gosh, Silent Fist Gaming. Gerald Everett for the safe floor. Taysom Hill's the upside. I think both are good starts this week. I've got both of them starting in different leagues this week. Everett's your safer floor. I mean, where does Denver's probably ranked pretty good against receivers. Against tight ends. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. No. They're right smack dab in the middle at 16th. So he's not a bad start. Now, where does Cincinnati come in? They are the 22nd worst team. So, I mean, if you need to win, if you're going against the best team in your league, maybe go Taysom Hill. But like I said, the safer plays Everett, the upside is with Taysom Hill. Olave not expected to play tomorrow, says Albert. Where did we see that, my dude? I don't have the update quite yet, but I know you're always on top of that, man. I believe you. Yeah, that could help Taysom Hill's stock. Caleb, Thielen, Kirk, or Lazard. I might still go Christian Kirk here. Give me Christian Kirk on the week, but any of these options are fine. Start Pittman, Waddle, or Higgins if he plays. Jeez. I'm starting to get worried about Higgins last second here. Jeez, I'm worried about Waddle this week with the quarterback play. I'm worried about Higgins because what the hell happened last week? I might just go Pittman there. At least it's safe. The upside is with Waddle and Higgins. The floor is with Pittman, but I just don't know, man. It's tough, man. Chat, what do you guys think there? Pittman, Waddle, or Higgins? All right, it's Crypt. What's up, man? With the super chat. Very, very kind of you, man. Thank you so much for the $5 don't know. What a guy. I mean, you know we gotta throw them clap hand emojis. out in the chat. I'm going to find... Look, we got the dab emoji. It's Crypt coming through. We got Aaron Rodgers. We got my face. We got Steven's face. We got Bill Belichick's face. We got me and Steven. We got the Catch logo. Thank you so much, It's Crypt. Very, very kind to you. Appreciate it, man. It really does help us out. My family's opening a pub/restaurant. Ooh, can I pronounce this? In Macuto, Washington? Seahawk territory. You and your family are always welcome, Catch. You and your family is always welcome, Catch. Hey, I appreciate that, man. That's so kind of you, bro. Dude, if I can ever make it out that way, I'd love to come. That's awesome, man. I bet that's like a freaking dream come true, dude. You're opening a restaurant? That's awesome. Dude, send us some details on Discord, man. Throw that out on one of the channels on Discord so we can figure out a way to help support, man. That's awesome. That's so cool. I would love to open up a restaurant, but I just feel like I don't have the skills whatsoever to do so. Like, anytime you watch a show like Kitchen Nightmares or like, I don't know, any of those shows where you see restaurants like performing badly. I'm not saying like to be discouraging, but for me, it's just like, I'm like, oh, that would be me. Because it's funny, because Steven and I have actually talked about this before, because like we love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and we were just like, dude, like we could just open up a bar/restaurant, and then we were like, nah, we probably wouldn't be the best people to do that. You know, it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot of different skill sets. So that's so cool, man. That's awesome. And yeah, man, if I'm ever out that way, I'm on the complete opposite side of the United States, but I will definitely keep that in mind, man. I would love to come out and visit, man, and get some good grub, no doubt. So I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate the $5 dono. I appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. What a cool update from It's Crypt, guys. Anyone out there in Seahawk territory, give our boy It's Crypt a shout, man. That's awesome. All right, where was I? All right, catching back up here. Oh yeah, Falcons fan. It's tough, man. I guess I go Pittman, but Waddle or Higgins definitely hold the upside. I just worry about Higgins' injury and Waddle's quarterback. Eugene, catch y'all tomorrow for game day. Enjoy y'all Saturday night. Stay blessed, everyone. Appreciate that, Eugene. Have a great night, man. We'll talk to you in the morning. Sleeper update says Olave not expected to play tomorrow. Jeez, man. Why'd I get these, like, non-up-to-date sleeper updates? I need to work on that. Yeah. Saints wide receiver Chris Olave listed as questionable for Sunday due to concussion, is not expected to play versus the Bengals per source. This would leave the Saints without Olave, Michael Thomas, and Jarvis Landry. Jeez, man. Let's go Taysom frickin' Hill. See, here's one thing that we got to keep in mind, though. Yes, theoretically on paper, this means more touches overall for Taysom Hill. But that could be a bad thing. It could be easier for the opposing defense, for the Bengals, to take Taysom Hill out of the game plan, you know? Where if Olave, Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, or even if Olave and Jarvis Landry alone are out there, it's not as easy because then you got to account for those two players. So it's like right now you got Kamara. I mean, I'll say this much. There's some good backup receivers on this team. I mean, you got Marquez Callaway. You got Traquan Smith. Bro, are we going to see Kevin White play tomorrow? I don't know if y'all remember Kevin White coming out of college. I'm sure J-Dubs does. He went to the Bears. He was a first-round wide receiver who just has done nothing. But, gosh, was he a good prospect. Okay, I don't know. I don't think Kevin White's going to have a good game tomorrow. But Traquan Smith and Marquez Callaway can play football, man. Undoubtedly. Traquan Smith had some good stat lines last year. Marquez Callaway, I mean, gosh, going into 2021 was a huge name. So, and he had some good stat lines last year. You know? 698 receiving yards for Callaway last year, 6 touchdowns. 377 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns for Traquan Smith last year as well. So, yeah. Taysom Hill. See what happens, man. You got Kamara hanging out there, too. It's going to be interesting. And who's going to... Is Jameis playing? Jameis is still questionable. No, Andy Dalton is starting. Okay, Andy Dalton's starting. Okay. Wow, that's a lot to take in. A lot to take in. Let's start Taysom Hill. Let's do it. I'm starting him in a league, so I'm riding or dying with you guys. Sport Dog, what's good, bro? I'm going to close this because it has the sleeper chat, and I don't know what people are going to say in there. Last time we had something open in the sleeper chat, it got wild. Olave not expected to play. We'll see what happens. All right, Sport Dog. I was able to pick up Geno Smith as a backup for my league. Quarterback Hurts and Allen, then I have Week 7 buys. Week 7 could be rough, but Smith has been pretty solid overall. Yeah, I think that's fine, man. Like, it's 1 week. You got Allen and Hurts in your leagues, right? He gets the Chargers, man. The Chargers have not been good defensively. No, you're good, bro. You're good. Yeah, and the Saints top wide receiver, all 3 of them are out. Yeah, Albert. It's crazy. Dolphins can't take any negative publicity. Yeah, especially with QB injuries. Don't worry, Caleb Reed is the starting quarterback for the Dolphins tomorrow, like I said. Just kidding, it's Skylar Thompson, but for anyone new tuning in, I accidentally said Caleb, our boy in the chat, like, what, 20 minutes ago. I had to scratch and claw just to find RB for Week 6, settled for Pirine in my 12th team, yikes. He's got a shot, hopefully he gets you some points, man. Olave and Sutton need to start too. We're not starting Olave. Oh gosh, we're gonna get a lot of questions in now. Sutton Deontay. Don't start Olave. Am I about to start Taysom Hill over Higbee this week? I'd probably still start Higbee. Like I said, guys, we have to think there's 2 dynamics here. Hill could play just as well or somewhere in between, you know, in comparison to what he did last week. Or the Bengals could say, hey, we got to take that guy out of the game. If we take him out of the game, we're going to win this football game, you know? Because we don't have to worry about Olave, Michael Thomas, or Jarvis Landry. So it depends on how well, like, what are the wide receivers who come in this game, how well do they play? You know? They're going to have some packages for Hill. There's no doubt about it. It's a lot to think about, guys. We're going to have to collectively do so. Would you trade away Mixon for JT? Depends on your roster, but I'd definitely consider it. You think CMC gets traded? The more I'm reading about it, the more it's looking less like speculation and more like Panthers are in full rebuild mode, man. So it's definitely possible it's crypt. I just hope... I've seen some rumors. I've seen different teams who are apparently inquiring, including the Rams, which I'm like, meh. I don't want him with that offensive line, man. Okay, there was another team or 2 that I was like, man, I'm trying to think. And I apparently can't think of who they were. I still like the idea of the Bills. Because, like, I love CMC. Like, I'd love to see CMC win a freaking Super Bowl. Have the opportunity to do so. So... wow, I don't know what the other teams were that I read, but I didn't like them. So, there's my great update for you guys. The Rams were one of them. Trade Najee and James Robinson for Olave. I don't know, Adam. He's concussed. Adam, it depends on if you need a receiver or not. Depends on how bad your receiver depth is, how good your RB depth is, my guy. Smokey, if you had to drop one, Akers, Hendo, or Hines, I'd probably just drop Hines. I'd drop Hines or Akers. I would not drop Hendo, Smokey. Don't drop, even consider dropping Hendo right now. I'd probably drop Hines. Where do you see CMC being traded if possible? Yeah, I mean, it's all speculation, you know. It's so tough to say, man. All right, let me see if I can pull up. Wow, this screen is so bright. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm trying to read. I'm sure probably at this point in the chat, you guys have put out what teams you have seen CMC potentially go to. Or what you've read. Wow, that was like the brightest screen I've ever... I have all my stuff on dark mode, but when I go to like these new links, it's like painful. I mean, I think everything should be set in dark mode, and then if you want to change it to light mode, you should be able to. All right, I'm gonna have to go back on. I read on Reddit. Guys, let me know, where have you seen CMC potentially be traded to? I mean, it's all speculation, J-Dubs. It's so hard to say, man. I would love to see the Bills. Like, I don't care if the Bills use them like they use their running backs right now. Like, I mean, I would hate to see that, I guess, but way too talented. It'd be a waste of talent, but like, I just want to see CMC have a chance to win a Super Bowl. Just CMC on the Bills would be silly, man. Silent Fist Gaming. I think I'm gonna go Taysom Hill because I need that upside. I think that's a good call, bro. David Glazer, what's a good, bro? What's up, man? Always good to have you in the house. Olave practice in full Friday. I don't know if he's gonna play. Apparently he's not. Weird. What's up, David? Emmy, thoughts? JT Judy for Debo and Devonta Smith. He has JJ, Elijah Moore, Jeff Wilson, Saquon, and Myers. Yeah, I don't hate the trade. You need wide receiver help. Yeah. Emmy, I think this is a good trade for your roster. You're loaded at running back. You need receiver. I think it's a good trade. I think it's a good trade for you specifically. Falcons fan, man, I'm sorry. This is so tough. I'd probably go Pittman here. I'd probably go Pittman. Like, can we trust Higgins after what we saw last week? Can we trust the Bengals coaching staff? Just one of the weirdest. He's still deemed questionable. I'd probably just go Pittman against the Jags. He didn't play in week 2 against the Jags. The target should be there. It's not a good ceiling, man, but I'd probably go with the safe play here. And you got Skylar Thompson at quarterback for the Dolphins. You got freaking Higgins, just the biggest question mark right now. I'd probably just go Pittman. Are you in a win now or situation or not? Traded Najee and McLaurin for Evans. That's fine. Mecca to go. Yeah, if it didn't hurt your RB depth, that's perfectly fine. It's a dream of ours for 20 years. That's what's up, man. I love to see that. That's super exciting, man. I love to see that right there. That's good stuff, bro. Yeah, I mean, not a bad trade for your roster. Higgins is questionable. Chase is due for a big game. Waddle is playing like a third-string QB, or playing with the third-string QB, not like third-string QB. Pittman sounds like the safe play. That's what I think, man. It's Crip. We'll drop details in Discord. Please do, bro. Please do. Definitely stressful, but it's the right time and fit. We were ready. Let's go, bro. That's awesome. I love to see that, man. I really do. Juan, what's up, bro? Who should I start at flex? Keep Brees Hall or plug in Godwin. Both are great starts. Both are great starts. I might go Godwin by a hair. It depends on the scoring format. If it's full PPR, I go Godwin. If it's anything else, I go Brees Hall. Well, I mean, half PPR is standard. I guess there's all kinds of... those two scoring formats, I go Brees Hall. But I think both have good weeks. I think Godwin has a bigger ceiling on the week. But I do like Brees Hall a lot this week. So Trust your conviction here. Both are really good starts. Both are really good starts, my guy. All right, guys. I appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate you guys spending part of your Saturday night here at the channel, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Let's try and get as many likes on the stream as possible. We've been rolling, man. We've been rolling. Thank you guys so much for all of the fancy questions. Thank you guys for being here tonight, man. Really do appreciate you guys. Kamara chasing to carry the offense. Let's get it. If you're afraid, pick up Callaway. If you're in a deeper league, a deep enough league, if it's full PPR, if you're really hurting at a flex, I don't think Callaway is that bad of an option. But I guess we don't know what this offense is going to look like. I mean, Callaway has been a factor before. He's going to be a factor this year. I mean, things change. I don't know. But I don't think it's a bad call, David. Pick or keep 2 rest of the season. Hines, Hendo, Ricard White, Akers, Fearmouth, Kelsey's tight end 1. Hendo and Ricard White. It depends. It depends. Like, do you need the extra running back depth? Hendo, Ricard White, or Hendo and Fearmouth? I still like having that backup tight end hanging around. Probably Hendo and Ricard White, because, like, you got Kelsey. Probably Hendo and Ricard White. John, I have a lobby in a flex, but he isn't a go. I have AJ Dillon or IU. Could I get your opinion? AJ Dillon. I don't like either. I know you don't either. But man, the Jets gave up quite. I mean, really, the game script. Like, I feel like the Jets defense stopped playing at a certain point in that game. They didn't give up a lot of points, but. Raheem Mostert had a day last week, but Aaron Jones still involved. I'll go Dillon for the floor, Ayuk for the upside, but we haven't seen a ton of upside out of Ayuk on the year. But the matchup might help it, so it's just tough. It's tough. I probably go AJ Dillon because I think he has a better chance of scoring, but it's just tough, man. Chat, what do you guys think there? AJ Dillon or Ayuk in the flex? I mean, whew. All right, J-Dubs with the $5 dono. What a man. What a guy. Oh, J-Dubs, I was about to send the Aaron Rodgers emoji. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that to our Bears fan. We'll just give you Steven here. But thank you so much for the super chat, man. Keep up the good work, John. I certainly will, man. I'll certainly do my best. I appreciate that, bro. You know, all kinds of emojis in the chat for J-Dubs. Look at this dog. I mean, that dog is dope. Facing the clouds. That's a good one, J-Dubs. We got a cowboy for J-Dubs. Sunglasses. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys being here, man. Appreciate everything. Appreciate all you guys, man. Great stream tonight, man. J-Dubs, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, man. My nose is a little runny. $5. Very kind of you, J-Dubs. Appreciate that, man. Really does help us out. What a guy. Shout out to J-Dubs, guys. Clap hand emojis in the chat for J-Dubs. Or whatever emojis you want to put out there. All right, C-Crip. Hey, Catch. Do I start dealing at flex? Full PPR? Yeah. Do I stream someone like Rondell Moore, McKenzie? All are good options. All are good options. I see a higher ceiling potentially for Rondell Moore or Isaiah McKenzie, quite frankly. I don't hate Thielen this week, but he's not crazy in terms of a ceiling. I might go Rondell Moore here, but I think McKenzie and Thielen are good starts too. Alex Higgins or George Pickens? I'd probably just go George Pickens. We got a big old question mark around T. Higgins right now. We don't know if he's going to play, and if he does play, what are we going to get? He suited up last week, was a start, got benched because he was not actually healthy, and the Bengals thought they could pull a fast one on the Ravens. Like, I'd probably just go Pickens. The Steelers are going to be in a position where they have to throw the football. I probably just go Pickens here. You know? I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Higgins still holds a great upside if he's actually healthy, but it's like, how are we supposed to know at this point? And right now, he's still listed as questionable. So, I'll probably just go Pickens. Could Jon Johnson or Trotman be a thing tomorrow then? I mean, here's the problem, guys, with the Saints offense. Like, yeah, anything is possible tomorrow. I mean, straight up, anything's possible. We just don't know what this game plan is going to look like. Like, Kamara and Taysom Hill, you can trust. But that's about it, man. That's really about it. I want to get too crazy here. CMC to the Niners, bring him back to Cali. I think I may have seen that too. Nobody giving up a first rounder for RB. Maybe the Bills, because they're just full win now, you know. Maybe the Bills. Schefter says Olave is out. Hey, Schefter knows best, right? Yep. All right, we got Olave out. Caleb, QB Mahomes, Chase, Lamb, Metcalf, Kirk, Lazard, Mostert, Boone, Harris, Akers, Gibson, Knox. Any trade ideas for better running backs? Also, it's a 5-year keeper league. Whew. Man. Knox kind of hurting this roster. Because really, when you look at this roster, you could just say, like, this team isn't relying on running back, right? It's relying on quarterback, receiver, and you'd hope you could say tight end play as well. But Knox hurting you compared to last year for sure. You have to keep Lamb, Metcalf, and probably Kirk and Lazard. Man. Can you trade Gibson, Akers, and Harris for a new running back? I don't know. And at the same time, you probably need to keep Harris. Caleb, this is tough. Go fishing. He could probably trade Lazard. I mean, can you package Damian Harris with Lazard or Kirk? Can you package Gibson and Akers with Lazard or Kirk? Those are probably your only options, man. You got to keep Lamb, Metcalf, and Kirk. You got to keep Mahomes. You might want to start streaming a tight end too, but I would try to keep Mostert and Harris and even Mike Boone right now with Melvin Gordon being hurt. Can you package Akers and Gibson with Kirk or Lazard? It's tough, man. It's really tough. All right, 10 team, full PPR, 2 flex. MBS, Higbee, Lazard, J-Rob, Taysom Hill, and Jackson. Thanks. Man, I might go Taysom Hill here. You know, most weeks I'm going Lazard, but I don't like his matchup theoretically against Sauce Gardner this week. So I don't like MVS at all. Bro, you could consider flexing Higbee, but like you just have to understand the ceiling's not going to be high whenever you're flexing a tight end, right? You know, his highest scoring week was week 4 against San Francisco. Yeah, you could definitely flex Higbee against Carolina. But you just got to understand the ceiling's not high, right? So, man, just imagine going to the week with Taysom Hill and Higbee as your flex options. Like, not awful. But you got 2 tight ends in there, right? So I'd probably go with one or the other than Jackson. But just keep in mind we might see some touches get taken away by Philip Lindsay. So most weeks I think Lazard's a lock. And you can still go Lazard here. You just got to understand that it's a really tough matchup if Sauce Gardner's on him all day. I go with Higbee or Hill. At the moment, it's looking like Hill's the right trend. Then probably Jackson. I just think that J-Rob is starting to trend down with ETN getting more involvement. So, dude, this is a tough one, though. I definitely don't start MBS, but there's still an argument for Lazard. Higbee or Taysom Hill would be quite interesting on the week, man. I don't know. Hope that was helpful. I know I was all over the place there. Starting to get to that point in the night, creeping up on 2 hours for the stream. J-Dubs, I don't see him going anywhere personally. That could happen, too. That could definitely happen. So, it's all speculation, right? You got to have some fun speculation at this point in the season. But, you know, it might not be this year. It could be next year, right? We'll see what happens. Mike, start Eno Benjamin or Jeff Wilson in my flex this week. Wow, both have great matchups. Both have great matchups, right? Benjamin gets the Seahawks. Jeff Wilson gets the Panthers. I think Wilson's a safer floor. Benjamin gives you more upside. Sorry, I just realized I completely took myself off the screen and just seeing like half my face. I doubt anyone really cares, but I probably go Benjamin for the upside, Wilson for the floor. Both are good starts, Mike. Adam, thanks, man. Of course, bro. I was just wondering if it was fair. I have Chubb, Fournette, Jacobs, Pollard, wide receiver Myers, Thielen, Curtis Samuel, Hopkins, trade Najee, and James Robinson for Olave. So you'd end up with Chubb, Fournette, Jacobs, Pollard. Yeah, I mean, you need the receiver health. You don't need this running back depth. Try to get one more player, though. I mean, Najee and Robinson still hold enough value. Just ask them who they're going to drop. Get whoever they're going to drop, man. But yeah, the trade's fine for your roster. You're loaded at running back. Trade Fournette and Sutton for JT and D-Hop. That's fine. That's fine. But quite frankly... Oh, man. It's just so tough to evaluate D-Hop right now. I mean, I'm not out on D-Hop by any means. Not even close to it. Not even close. If you believe in JT, yes. If you're weary, if you're not sure, then no. Hey, Jeezy, we got you, bro. I appreciate the shout out, man. LBR, what's up? 10-team PPR. Who should I start at flex? Dubs or Tyler Boyd? I'd probably go Romeo Dubs at the moment, but if Higgins sits this game, I go Tyler Boyd. Lindsey or Warren and flex. Gosh, you gotta love how the season just develops, man. Like, it's just crazy. I go Phillip Lindsay. Let's see what we get out of Jalen Warren. I go Phillip Lindsay. But it's really tough there. You can flip a coin. What's happening with the catch leagues? I post everything on Discord on a weekly basis. Why not? It's Saturday night, though. I don't know how this is showing on your guys' end. Hold on. Give me a second to catch up. All right, you guys can see. Catch league number 1. Jerry's 5-0, killing that league. He's got 732 points. Andrew's number 2, 721 points. Spencer's 3-2, but he's got 774 points. Wow, we got some high point totals with low wins. Steven at 735. So, depends, right? League number 2. 804 points for Mr. Sarcastic at 4-1. He's killing it. Slade's got 785 points at 4-1. I'm just going to call out teams with more than 750 points at this point. Wow, there's a big difference between number 1 and number 12 here in League 2. Mr. Sarcastic's killing it, man. All right, LeBron's brain is killing it at 827 points. Jeez. David Glazer, not doing bad, my guy. 772 points. I like it. Anthony, 730. Supersized Sempe killing it at 5-0, 693 points. Grant's sitting at 750. So, overall, the team for the most points in the tournament is LeBron's brain, right? At 827 points. Mr. Sarcastic's number 2 at 804. Then we got multiple teams hanging around 720 to like 780. So, yeah. Catch Fam tournament's looking pretty strong right now, man. So, the top 4 number 1 teams win a prize, and then don't forget the top winning team with the most points scored on the season wins the grand prize. And 1 toilet bowl winner, whoever scores the most points on the season and wins the toilet bowl, but only 1 toilet bowl champ, gets a prize too. there's a little update for you guys. Should I trade Hollywood Brown for T. Higgins after this week? No. No. Keep Hollywood Brown. No. Should I start Taysom Hill for Gerald Everett? Hill for the upside, Everett for the safe floor. I'd probably go Hill, though. Would you trade Sutton Gallup for CH and DK? Depends on the roster, but yes. I take the CH and DK side. Alec Pierce versus Jags, Dubes, or McKenzie. I go Alec Pierce. J-Dubs, have a great night, bro. We always appreciate you, man. We'll see you in the morning. Falcons fan, I'm going to win now mode. 2 and 3, Geno, Diggs, Brown, Kamara, Sanders, Hurst, Pittman, Higgins, Waddle, Harris, Stafford, Edmonds, Pollard. Gosh, it's tough. It's tough. The team looks pretty good, man. I can see some of these guys hurting you like early in the season, like Kamara, right? Don't know. He had Stafford at QB, pivoted there, but man, the lineup doesn't look that bad. That's tough. I would hold for now. I'd hold for now. It really doesn't look that bad, but it's keep playing the waivers, and if you get a win this week, you're at 3 and 3. You're not in a bad place. I would hold for now. It's a pretty good roster. All right, Mel, help a brother out. What you got? Can you rank the following? Okay, yeah, we'll get to it in a second. John, I told you I'm using PRM because of bye week 12 TPPR, but I could get Mike Boone. Get Mike Boone. Get Mike Boone because even if Melvin Gordon plays, he's still banged up. Get Mike Boone. Chargers are the worst team in the league against opposing running backs. Go get Mike Boone, man. Pirine, you're just like crossing all your fingers he scores, man. You know, I go Mike Boone. Because if Gordon sits, you get a smash play. If he doesn't, he still gets some potential. He's still at 10 points last week. All right, Mel, rank please. Dylan, CH, Hendo, Stevenson, Benjamin for this week. Ramondre Stevenson's number 1 for me. Henderson, no. Stevenson, then Benjamin, then Henderson, then CH, then Dylan. Straight up. Stevenson's a smash play this week. Been balling out. The Browns have been awful against opposing running backs. Benjamin, Seahawks been awful against opposing running backs. Henderson, the Panthers have been awful against opposing running backs. Great starts. CH still played very well. Dropped a touchdown last week, or else he'd have another good fantasy stat line. Had his worst performance from a fantasy perspective on the week last week, but still played great on the season. Then Dylan. How do you feel about Kenneth Walker this week? I love Walker this week. I think it's a great start, Caleb. I think it's a great start. Very safe floor there. Do you trust Taysom Hill or Hurst in the tight end spot? I go Hill there. I go Hill. But Hurst is fine, just a much lower ceiling. So I start Corey Davis or Mike Boone. It's hard to say because we need some updates for Monday night. I don't love Corey Davis. A lot of inconsistency there, but he can always pop. Maybe hold off and go Mike Boone, but it just... You get a lower ceiling if Gordon plays, but still a good enough floor. Spence, what's up, baby? What up, dog? Rich, what's up, baby? Do you think the Cowboys defense will be okay this week versus the Eagles? Yeah. They'll be okay, but the ceiling is going to be their worst performance of the season, straight up, in my opinion. The ceiling's much lower this week, but will they be okay? Yeah, they'll be all right. But you might come out with 8 points. You might come out with 7 points. This Eagles offense, for real, man. Like, they are for real. So, I think we all know that by now. But yeah, they'll be okay. If it's going to hurt your roster, you know, then just roll with the Cowboys. Mostart or CH in the flex. If Mostart is healthy, I'd probably go Mostart. Mostart maybe more upside, but overall, I probably just roll with Clyde. The issue is the Bills have been really good against opposing running backs. It's a bad matchup. But like when the Chiefs get in the red zone, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a big part of their game plan. So CH for the floor, Mostart if he's healthy for the upside against the Vikings. Spence gonna be a rough week for me in the catch fam. Hey man, it's a rough week for me too. It's a rough week for me too. Derek might beat me, man. Derek and I are pretty close, neck and neck here on the week. Man, I gotta check some lineups. I don't even check my lineups till the last second anymore, man. You got a pretty good shot here, Spence. Wait, what is this update? Whoa. The NFL is moving tomorrow's Cardinals-Seahawks game to immediately after the Astros-Mariners game concludes. Kickoff is now expected around 8:05 p.m. on Tuesday? No, this is fake. This is fake. I hate this crap, dude. Why'd I get this? That's fake. I was like, wait, that's kind of significant, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't really impact anything fantasy-wise, but... Alright, I think that's fake. Let me know if you guys get that confirmed. I think that was fake. It's just like a... It was a random tweet from Field Yates, though. I don't know. It looks like it's fake. Is Cam Akers droppable? Yes. If you need... Yeah, probably. Like we were talking about earlier, there's some unknown with Cam Akers. Like, there's some potential there. He's on a good squad or something, but... I'd say yes. Like, if you need help on your roster, yes. If not, if you're in a really good position and he's just sitting on your bench and your entire bench, or if you're in a winning position, I don't know. Maybe not, but I'd probably drop him. Adam Thielen or Isaiah McKenzie, both are fine on the week. I'd probably go McKenzie because it's a better game script, but I don't mind Adam Thielen at all. I think Thielen has a good chance for a good stat line this week. Should I start Deion Jackson over Darrell Henderson? No, I go Henderson. The Panthers are like the 7th worst team in the league against opposing running backs. I go Henderson. Thoughts on Robinson as a waiver pickup? I think it's fine, Rich, but you're just stashing him. All right, guys, I'm going to start winding things down here. We're over 2 hours. We usually do 2 hours on Saturday nights, and I had a really long week. It was our busiest week of the entire year. At the store and everything. We have a huge customer appreciation sale where the whole store is 25% off. It was Thursday through tomorrow, but I don't work Sundays, but the last 3 days are always so Thursday through Saturday are always the busiest days, and it's just been, work was just wild. Everything leading up to Thursday was wild, and everything went fine, but it's just always crazy, and this week definitely kicked my butt. But we got a great stream in tonight, everyone. And, hey, I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate all the fantasy questions. We gained a ton of new subscribers tonight. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you to everyone who sent out a super chat tonight. But always, as most important, thank you guys for being here. And thank you guys for the fantasy questions and talking fantasy with me, man. LBR, great stream. Should I trade Cordero for Dameon Pierce? Yes, in a heartbeat. And thank you for saying the stream is great. That's very kind of you. But yeah, I would trade Patterson for Pierce in a snap of a finger, man. It's a win for you. As long as you're getting the Pierce side. Yeah. All right. Pick 2, Mike Williams, Pittman, Kirk Olave. Probably Williams. Olave's out. Probably Williams and Pittman for me. Williams a tough matchup, but I still roll with Mike Williams in this circumstance. Deion Jackson, Mike Boone, Najee Harris. It's just tough because, like, if Melvin Gordon sits, then Mike Boone's a smash play. If Gordon plays, then, like, Mike Boone's not a bad play, but his ceiling's down. Definitely down on the week. So, it's just tough. It's tough. All right, sorry. Lost my spot for a second here. I probably go... I say just go Deion Jackson, Mike Boone. Najee Harris, I don't think is a good start against the Bucs. I probably just go Jackson and Boone. Mel Bailey, 12. PPR league. How'd you rank these flex spots? Pollard, McKenzie, Cobb. I mean, on the week, probably McKenzie, Cobb, then Pollard. Pollard with a tough matchup. McKenzie holds the most upside. Cobb looked good last week. I go McKenzie, Cobb, then Pollard. With Freiermuth out, who's my best option? Hurst, Irv Smith, Schultz, Evan Ingram, Conklin, Tanyan, Fant, Disley. Oh, I do like Disley as a sleeper option, but he's so touchdown dependent. I go Evan Ingram here. I think he gets you the safest 4 and best ceiling. I go Evan Ingram. There's a lot of good options here. Hurst isn't bad. Irv Smith's not awful. Will Disley's fun, man. I go Evan Ingram, though. I think he's the best overall option. Mostard, Eno Benjamin, Kenneth Walker, they're all fine. I go Eno Benjamin because he gets the best matchup here. Mostard's got a good matchup. Kenneth Walker's in a great game script. I go Eno Benjamin, though. All good options. What do you think about picking up Miami's defense for upcoming games? I want to see how they perform this week. Because the issue is their offense is starting to take a major slump, which is affecting this defense. They got 2 games this year with negative points. They get Pittsburgh, Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland. Yeah, they got some upcoming matchups that are good. They'll have some streaming options in here. It's a good call. It's a good call. Just depends. Does it hurt your roster? You know, it just depends. Do you ever have live combos with viewers? I don't necessarily. I know some streams do that. It's definitely something I'll consider in the future. I'm always open to considering anything, and it just depends on my end, you know, how it affects my rhythm, I guess you could say, and you know what goes into me conducting something like that. But I know like there are channels out there who have like live call-ins and things, so I definitely consider it. But it's a whole other dynamic, I guess. So you know, we're still barely over 1 year as a channel, so just every you know, some things seem really simple, you know, on like a viewer's end, but just every little thing that you add is like another layer to the channel. And you know, trust me, as the years go on, we're gonna be adding layer upon layer, right? But I'll definitely consider it. I'll put it that way. Mel, I appreciate the question and the potential feedback there. All right, Devin, what's up, man? DevCon, I should say. What's up? I'm new here. What's good? What's up, baby? We're getting to the end of the stream for the night, but I appreciate you being in the house. What's good, my guy? Would you go Dubs, Pickens, Walker, London, the flex, all rookies? I think Dubs and Pickens are good starts. I'd stray away from London because of the matchup, man. But ultimately, I'm going Kenneth Walker, even in full PPR, man. I mean, I think Pickens will have a good stat line, full PPR, because the Steelers are going to have to throw the football in this matchup. I think Dubs, you know, obviously can always flash, but I go Kenneth Walker. Safest floor and a good ceiling this week. A great game script, a great matchup. Cardinals Seahawks going to be a good game. I go Kenneth Walker. Appreciate you coming out to the stream, my dude. Super CMB. Appreciate the help, of course, man. That's what we're here for. All right, guys, I'm going to fly through these next couple questions, and then we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. I'll be on around 11 a.m. tomorrow before kickoff. We'll go over final injury updates. We'll hit the weather updates. We'll get your guys' rosters right. And we'll go into week 6 feeling good, baby. All right. McCole Hardman or Corey Davis. Caleb, I go Corey Davis. I do not trust the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers. If I'm not mistaken, they still only have 1 touchdown combined between every receiver on that team. Actually, yeah, that's still true. Because only Travis Kelce scored touchdowns last week. Yeah, between all receivers for Kansas City through 5 weeks, they have 1 touchdown. So I go Corey Davis. Like, they're not getting enough work. They're not giving enough production. Like, yeah, just no. I go Corey Davis. Would you start Deontay Johnson or Dubs? I'd probably go Dubs. You got Rodgers. I go with the stack. I don't think Johnson's a bad start. I mean, Johnson for a floor, Dubs for upside. But I mean, listen, the Steelers are going to have to throw the football. I just don't know what the chemistry between Johnson and Pickett looks like. Hopefully it develops because Johnson's a great receiver. But Johnson for a floor, Dubs for upside, Deacon. John Simmons, what's good, my dude? Should I start Deion Jackson over Waddle or nah? I'm worried about Waddle this week, guys. Been worried about Waddle all week. We got Skylar Thompson at QB. Waddle's at least looks like he's been practicing. Groin injury doesn't look like the concern. A huge component of Waddle's production is the chemistry with Tua. Deion Jackson for a floor, Waddle for the upside, but Waddle's got some boomer bust going into the week, man. Just traded Brees and Sutton for Saquon and Ertz, 12-team PPR. Tight end right now is Waller. Thoughts? I mean, I don't think it's a bad trade. Depends on the rest of your roster. Depends on your receiver depth. Brees Hall's playing damn good football, but, I mean, Saquon's playing even better football. So, I don't think it's a bad trade, just looking at the trade itself. I mean, Brees and Sutton are playing good football, but Saquon's balling and Ertz is a great touch. Waller always gets some injuries popping up, so at least Ertz brings that consistency. Ash, we got you. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Do I hold out with Melvin Gordon or just play A.J. Dillon? You know, Caleb, I'd probably hold out. I think it's too good of an opportunity. I'd probably hold out. But just understand, if you hold out, you run the risk. Do you want to risk it for the biscuit or not? I'd probably risk it. I think Gordon would probably play. I'd risk it. But if he doesn't play, don't hate me. John, I'm playing my friend that has JT and Hines, so I scoop Dion. Let's go. That's a great call. Yeah, that's a great call. Yeah, in that case, just start Deion Jackson because it's even more of a FU. Full PPR, Brett Meyer, Jake Elliott. I go Brett Meyer all day. This man is balling out. Brett Meyer is balling out, man. He is just a stud. I go Brett Meyer. I'm starting Brett Meyer in like 2 leagues this week. He's kicker number 2. I go Brett Meyer. And the issue with the Eagles and Jake Elliott, who's a phenomenal kicker, Jake Elliott's kicker 29. Okay? He was kicker 8 last year. The issue with Jake Elliott, though, is like the Eagles don't have to kick field goals. They're just kicking extra points because they're scoring so many touchdowns. So, I go Brett Meyer all day long. And this game script matches him better. I go Brett Meyer, bro. All right, sounds good, Caleb. John, are you going to be live before the game tomorrow? Yes, I will. I'll be on hopefully right at 11 a.m., but it's possible like 11:30 a.m. I'll be on tomorrow before the games. We'll go over weather. We'll go over final injury updates. We'll get injury updates as the stream goes on. We'll have some fun tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow morning. Sunday morning streams are always a good time. Start these Sunday right. And speaking of, that'll do it for tonight's stream. We got caught up with the chat. We always do. You love to see it, man. And that'll do it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys for coming out, man. Like John alluded to, I'll be on in the morning. 11 a.m. 30. What am I saying? 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll stream for an hour and a half, 2 hours before kickoff. Like I said, weather reports, injuries. We'll get injury updates as the stream goes on. We'll get your guys' rosters right. Talk some fantasy football. We'll have a good time. So, thank you guys for coming out tonight, man. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Shout out to you guys. Welcome to the Catch Fam, baby. So every week we have starts and sits at every position. Must start kickers, must start defenses. Fantasy Q&A every night except for Sunday night. And then we don't always stream, but we stream Sunday morning. And then most Monday nights I take off, but every now and then I'll stream on Monday nights as well. Then Thursday night we just stream right before kickoff for an hour or so. But basically a live stream every day here at the channel. And an upload every day at the channel. Sometimes I don't have an upload on Saturdays, but outside of that, you know. And I don't have an upload on Sunday. There's no reason to. So plenty of content every week regardless to get you guys ready for each week of fantasy football. And just an awesome community here at the channel, man, that we've developed over, barely over a year. So if you guys are new to the channel, check out all the links down below. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure to join our Discord. We have a very active community on Discord. You guys can always throw out your fantasy questions on there. We have a huge community that'll get back to you, even if I don't get back to you. So best places to reach us when I'm not streaming: YouTube comment section, Instagram, and through Discord. And subscribers, man, like I said, welcome to the fam. Welcome to the Catch Fam, baby. Hit that like button on the way out, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Check out all the links down below. I'll be on tomorrow before kickoff. Great stream tonight. You guys killed it, man. Absolutely appreciate you guys, man. What a great stream tonight. Thank you guys for all the fantasy questions. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for talking some fantasy football tonight. We'll be on tomorrow, man. And good luck to everyone. If I don't talk to you guys tomorrow, have a great week 6. Have a great Sunday. Everyone be safe. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, man. Love this community. Love the Catch Fam. Love this channel, baby. Talk to you guys in the morning. Everyone have a great Saturday night. With that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch. And